So, Willie, you're on the ground at the IATA annual general meeting, which is taking place in Istanbul. What's the focus among the aviation industry executives gathering there?
I think the difference this time round is we're now seeing the industry on the path to financial recovery, which clearly is positive given the very difficult period we've just gone through. So you'll expect airline CEOs to be continuing to reflect on where they're seeing demand, challenges on the supply side, and then, as always, there will be a strong emphasis on the environmental performance of the industry and the measures we're taking to address that.
Willie, as you say, demand is recovering. We're also seeing airline profitability improving. Walk us through the state of the recovery right now. Where do we stand?
So globally, we're at about 90% of where we were in 2019. Domestic markets have effectively recovered to where they were, or slightly above indeed, where they were in 2019. International markets in most areas are showing strong recovery. The area that has lagged recovery has been the Asia-Pacific region, but recovery there is moving. It's currently at about 56% of where we were in 2019, and we expect that recovery to continue as we go through the year. So generally it's a positive picture, particularly in domestic markets, and a strongly recovering situation in the international markets.
So what would you say is the biggest challenge facing the aviation sector today?
Yeah, interestingly, the challenges we expect to see in the short term are outside of our control, and they principally relate to shortages in resources in air traffic control. We've already seen restrictions on capacity in the United States. We're seeing problems in Europe. So while airlines and airports were criticized last year for not getting resources in place in time for the recovery, I think the airlines have done their bit. Most airports, I think, are in good shape, but air traffic control is going to be a problem this year. And the other area that's, I have to say, very frustrating is we're seeing supply chain issues. So getting spare parts for aircraft, and this particularly relates to engines, but not solely. And that means that aircraft that are in service are taking longer to go through their repair cycles, and it's delaying the delivery of new aircraft from the manufacturers Boeing and Airbus. So that is impacting on the pace at which supply is being returned to the industry. So frustrating because it is going to have an impact in summer 2023, and we're already seeing that. But again, I'm optimistic that taking the overall picture into account, we can be positive about 2023 and beyond.